Patrick, congratulations on the win. You would take, I'm sure, 3 points anyway, but it would come. But considering kind of the way that the team played, that it was here, the first win at this stadium, how sweet is this victory for you?
I think it's not more sweeter than the last week against Seattle. I think it was a game that we worked during the week. We came over with a good game plan, and I'm really satisfied. I'm really satisfied because, of course, we managed to win the game. We take the 3 points, and I think we played quite really well. We create few chances, we scored, and it was a really good team performance. So it's good, yeah, because it's a derby, make it a bit more special. But at the end of the day, it's a 3 points, and that was the most important things for me today.
Hey Patrick, congratulations again.
Thank you.
It's one thing to have a game plan to stop the leading goal scorer of the other team. It's another thing to have the players go out and follow your orders and literally stop Bradley Wright Phillips from doing any damage. You talk about what they did on the field to stop him.
No, I think we didn't put our concentration and focus only on one player. We know how Phillips is. He's a talented player. You give him space, and he's going to score. And I think Callens and Maxime played really well. They defended quite really well. We didn't give him space to express his talent. But I think in the midfield as well, we work hard. And when you look at the quality of the players, the way that we played and winning the games here, we needed everybody to work really hard, from Sean in goals to David up front. We worked hard, and that is the reason why we won the game.
For me, earlier in the week you mentioned how important it was to cut off the supply line for Bradley. What did you think of how your guys were able to do that? And secondly, what did you take away from the loss in the Open Cup? How did that game help you prepare for this game?
I think, yeah, we was trying to stop the supply from Sasha to Phillips, because we understood the good relationship that they had, and I think the distances between our number 9 and our back 4 was tight, and we didn't give them so much space. I think Ring and Tommy and Yangel work hard, but work really well, and that killed the space for them to express their talent. And of course, the cup games that we lost, we're looking at the first half that we played, the chances that we created, and we knew that there will be a space for us to use and try to win the game. And today we created the chances and we scored those chances. And then when you scored your chances, you allowed yourself more chance of winning the game. And it was a really good team performance today. Really good team performance.
Okay, Kyle. Okay, Christian.
Hello, Patrick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When over the year between the last game and now, this team has been able to improve defensively in its organization and staying compact, like you just mentioned. What has been so vital to the improvement, and how have Alex and Yangel been able to contribute in that front?
Yeah, I think I always talk about being solid defensively. It's not just about the back 4 or the central backs. It's about the team, because when you concede chances, that mean from up front we didn't work well or we didn't work hard enough. And today, when you look at the way that David, Rodney and Jack worked in the first half, then we became a team, a really solid team, a hard team to beat. And when we work really well up front, we make it a little bit more easy for our back 4. So that's why I think this performance shows that when we are working well together as a team, we're going to give ourselves more chance of winning football matches.
Okay, can we go over to the side?
Playing against a team that presses and does a lot of running at you, you really had strong performances from Herrera, from Harrison. They did a lot of running and hard work as well as chipping in on the score sheet. Can you just comment on their impact in this game and the game plan?
We played against a team that run for 90 minutes and pressing really high, make it really difficult for the opposition team. So again, if we wanted to give ourselves chances to take the 3 points. We needed to match our competitiveness, our desire, and how they compete during the game. And I think we did it really well today. We make it really difficult for them. We forced them to play long ball. We were present in the second ball. And I think this is one of the reasons as well that we managed to win the game, is that we match the desire and the competitiveness.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
You guys came out a lot more aggressive, a lot more physical than I've seen in the past. Can you talk, was that part of the game plan going in? Because usually it's them being more physical against you guys. You guys played aggressive, you guys brought the fight to them today. Was that part of preparation during the week?
Yeah, of course, because when you look at all the games that we played against the Red Bull previously year, they always wanted it more than us, and that is unacceptable in our level. Because I believe that if you want to win football matches, you have to match the competitiveness of the opposition team, and I think today we did it brilliantly. I think you look at the way that Rodney came off, and you look at Tommy, you look at David, they work really hard for the team, they sacrifice for the team, and that allowed us to stay in the game, and then after the quality of the players make the difference. But we can't win this type of games if we are not competing.
Okay, just go very back.
Yeah, he made reference with regards to the competitiveness as you have, but you pressed really high, which in the past you have wanted to build from the back. Have you learned? Did you take something from the Red Bulls previous and their standard procedures to press high to turn the tables on them?
Yeah, we wanted to make them play a long ball and to press really high, but I think today our game plan and the way we want to press didn't change from the last game. I think players just wanted to win this game so much that they put a really hard work today. They press really high, and that's what I was mentioning before. When we work like that from up front, we make it easy for our back four.
Hey Patrick, a couple of questions about the tactics you had coming to this game. The biggest question was who you were going to put in the middle to replace Maxi. You had talks about putting Jack there, about putting 2 strikers. Ultimately, you went with Tommy in the middle and Jack on the side. And also at left back, you had Mata back, but you kept Ben Sweat. Both of those decisions really worked out in your favor. Just what was your thought process in making those decisions, and what were your thoughts on the performance of the game?
I think today it worked. It didn't work last week. I think that is a part of the game, and what is the beauty of our game is that the games can be different from one game to the other one. And today I was make the right decision, but maybe next week it will be the other side. But I think when you look at Ben, the way he's been playing the last few months, few weeks, he's been really good. RJ, I think, had a solid game today, and Tommy in the midfield worked really hard, and every time he got the ball on his feet, he made the right decision. So you're not coming to this place knowing the team that we're going to face and having 1 or 2 players not be at their best, because that will be really difficult for us. What was really pleasant today is that I saw a team who competed at a higher level, players who really wanted to win the game, and we showed a lot of character, and we showed some quality as well, because at time I think we played quite really well. So to take these 3 points, we needed everybody to be at the best, and today they were at the best.
Just a final question here.
Patrick, you touched on how you guys closed down the space and limited their attack, but a lot of their attack comes from forcing turnovers high up the field, and they've had success against you guys with that in the past. How did you guys avoid committing those turnovers, committing those errors that leads to chances for them today? Because you guys didn't really give up much, and then they didn't create much from the run of play.
I think we make some really good decisions. What I was really pleased about, especially our back four, even with Alex, we managed the danger quite really well. We wasn't afraid to go long when we needed to, and I believe that when we were in possession in our own half, we make the right decision, because when you make a mistake against them, you get punished. And I think when you look at the games that we played against them in the last few years, we've been punished because of the mistakes that we're making. And I believe that today we, especially at the back in possession, we make some really good decisions, not be afraid to go long and jump the line.